Hey, I just wanted to come on here and do an apology for Laverne. Um, I He asked not to talk about the specific thing that happened yesterday at Ascension. Um, and he asked not to talk about that for specific personal reasons. Because he knows some of the families in that, and he wanted to respect them by not making it political. Me and him had a great conversation before we got on. I was trying to restream to my platforms, but I couldn't at the same time. And me and him had been chatting though about how to actually address the root causes about what's going on with the kids and making sure that they have a better future and what's coming. And like, let's get back to the basics on, equal opportunity under the law, not equal, yeah, equal opportunity under the law for constitutional rights but there's also responsibilities and stuff like that. In the military we had a saying, either get smart or get hard. Meaning that either you're going to learn or you're going to have to do extra physical activity or whatever else to learn that thing. And that the conversation totally did not happen that way. I want to do a public apology because that's not at all what I had thought it was going to be. Hopefully, they'll allow you back on in the future. I'm just gonna show the clip though. Okay, and again, I apologize, Laverne. Hopefully, we can get people together to actually address what's going on here in Minnesota without making things political. Actually come up with solutions, but making it political is not the way to go.
But I do know that when Mr. Johnson asked me to get on this live, I said I didn't want to talk about the shooting right now, only because, and I'm not. You guys can talk about all you want, but I feel like I need to explain why I don't want to talk about this right now. So for me, this is extremely personal. Like, I'm connected to Annunciation. I sent my all three of my sons to a private school called Our Lady of Peace, which is not too far from Annunciation. And I've been there many times because my youngest son played basketball for the school that he was attending, and they're a part of the same Catholic private school network here in Minneapolis. And I know a lot of those families from where my kids were going to school at Our Lady of Peace. And for me, I'm still personally grieving because, like I said, I know a lot of people from that community. I'm a part of that Catholic school family network, and um, I'm not really right now. I'm not really in the mood to discuss political issues around the shooting, pro gun or not pro gun. I'm I'm running as an independent for Minneapolis mayor, but Rev knows that I'm a known conservative. I'm a center right independent running for mayor. I'm pro Second Amendment.
Okay.
But I'm just not personally. I'm just not in the mood to go back and forth about what happened today, the political narrative. I'm already hip to the Democrats' playbook and how they're going to politicize this for their so-called political agenda for this election cycle, 2026 and 2028. I'm just not in the mood to discuss that. So it's been a long day for me campaigning today. I've been up since 6:30. I'm still a dad. My kids are getting ready to go to school. I would want to put a lid on this for myself. But Mr. Hotep, I hope that again I can be invited to this conversation, um, or on your podcast or live or whatever we're doing here. Um, but I want to dismiss myself because I'm tired, and I really don't feel like having this discussion about all the different policy and narratives and ballot. I don't. I'm just done for the night, and this is personally affecting me. I plan on writing a personal letter to the principal of the school and the families and the Annunciation Church itself, because I said I have a personal relationship and I want to express my condolences to that my greater Catholic extended family, and that's kind of where I am emotionally right now on the situation. So I just want to end it, my part of the discussion for now on that. But I hope I can be invited again. We can talk about anything you want. I'm just not in the mood to talk about this in this particular fashion, if that can be respected.
No, I definitely respect that. That's not a problem at all.
So again, I apologize, Laverne. Um, that's not the way I expected the conversation to go. And hopefully we can have further discussions in the future about like what we were talking about before we had hopped on there to actually address some of these issues in Minnesota and make sure that like, the kids do have a future, but not politicizing it and actually talking about real issues. Because politicizing this isn't helping anybody. We need to stop it on both sides. Thank you.